All right, so everyone and their grandmother has been contacting us about Ubitricity, the lamppost chargers.
Yes.
This video came out from Fully Charged, and we want you to go there and check it out because we love Fully Charged, and he did a great job covering the story.
We really couldn't have done a better video on this.
No, because, I mean, he flew to England, and he flew to Germany.
Oh, I think he lives in England.
True.
And he also flew to Germany
Right.
and did a great interview. So definitely go check that out.
So what is Ubitricity lamppost, by the way?
So you're driving through a city.
Yep.
And you...
Or any place with a lamppost.
Any place with lampposts, basically, that they've...
That's pretty much all of civilization.
Put in lampposts. Mm-hmm. You park your car next to the lamppost.
Yep.
You pull out your special charging cables.
That you get from Ubitricity.
Yes. You plug one end into the Ubitricity lamppost charger. It's just an outlet that's on the side of the lamppost.
Okay.
And you plug the other end into your car, and there's some...
Wait, so it's a charger?
It's a charger.
Wait,
you can just charge your car.
Why hasn't someone thought of this before? This seems like the most obvious idea.
I mean, it's going to be a little tricky in Boston because those are all gas lamps.
There are some electric ones, but
there are some electric ones. But I'm just saying, I think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
So it completely changes the landscape because whenever people are talking about electric cars and how are we going to charge them, people are like, oh, we're going to have to put in so many charging stations.
Right. This costs 1/10 the cost of a simple charging station.
Right, because the power is right there.
Most lampposts are now being converted to LED lights. And that frees up a lot of juice, right?
Yeah.
Is that how this is kind of working?
Basically, it's a great way to justify putting these in, saying that like the light doesn't need quite as much electricity anymore. We should be charging electric cars with it.
So let's make a point here. It's not a high fast charging that's coming out of it. These are 5 kilowatts or about 16 amps. So the idea is that you would park here for a few hours probably and get a slow charge.
Slow, but quite decent. I mean, you're parking anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that this is great.
Now, how does Ubitricity track the electricity usage
and
charge you?
So, Ubitricity put all of their infrastructure, basically, all of the computers and stuff, in your charging cable.
Okay.
So, instead of
that
it
little
being...
box there.
Right, because they have to fit all of their stuff into the lamppost. Basically, a door on the side of the lamppost. They have to fit it all onto that, so they didn't want to have to add a whole bunch of complex stuff.
So basically, your little box talks to the lamppost, and now they know who you are, what lamppost you're using, and what the charge rate is, and then they charge you once a month to your Ubitricity account. So you have to get one of these special cords and carry that around in your car. Comment below if you think that this is a good solution. I do like the solution, don't get me wrong, but I think that in the future, I'm hoping that we can use your own charge cord that you already have in the car as opposed to having to carry a second charge cord.
It does seem a little complicated. I mean, I can understand why they did it. Obviously, right now there's going to be more lampposts than there are going to be people driving EVs. So you put the computers in on the consumer side, there's going to be less computers to make it, keeps it cheaper. But I mean,
maybe down the road when computers get even smaller and cheaper, you put them in the lamppost.
Right. It does seem like with sort of a NEMA connector, you could have it work with whatever charger you have.
Now, can people walking by just unplug you?
No.
Why not?
Basically, it has a little electronic lock in it.
Oh, okay.
So when you plug it in, it goes click. And then you have to be the owner. I think you enter in a password or something to unlock it. And on your car side, most cars have a lock as well.
So no one's going to unplug you, which is
right.
Cool.
Hey, Zach and Jesse. I'm Colin from England, and I remember a few months ago you mentioned that in England they were going to convert all lampposts to electric car chargers. And it was interesting because that was the first time that I had ever heard of that. But I was walking along in a friend of mine's neighbourhood recently, and I saw this. So good reporting, because you guys were right, and it was the first time I'd ever heard of it. So yeah, now it's a lot easier to have an electric car. Here's the Mercedes plug-in hybrid that's being charged right now. So yeah, I heard it on Now You Know first, and now it's actually happening. Now you know.
Man, lamppost chargers are the best thing that has ever happened.
Totally makes sense. You've already got power there.
Right.
You've already got a lamppost there. So just take the wires like they did and just make a charger.
And all you'd have to do would be to put like a little 20 amp outlet there. Like you don't even need anything that significant.
No, because you're going to be parked there for hours.
Right. Like if this lamppost is by your house and there's just no way for you to charge your car, this is going to solve that problem for you.
Thank you, Colin.
That was great.
Thank you so much for watching. We're all about making the world better here on Now You Know. Everything EV, solar, batteries, technology, Tesla, and more. If that's something you're interested in too, check out our Now You Know channel content like Tesla Time News every Monday and In-Depth every Friday. Now you know.